So what's the right way to go from here? I mean, in um, our country where there's so much strife and sickness and all kinds of stuff going on, is there one right way to go? If you look on social media or, you just live in our culture for any amount of time, there's all kinds of ideas out there. Like, maybe we just need to practice mindfulness. Maybe we just need to be mindful of other people and what they're feeling, and maybe that's the way out. Or maybe we just need a vaccine for the coronavirus, which I know people are studying and they're going to find. But maybe if we have that and we can put kind of some of the coronavirus stuff behind us, maybe that is the way to make things better. Or maybe it's just a record turnout election and we as a society vote in whoever we think is the right person or people or group of people for a job, and then that is the way out. That is the way to make things better. And all those are good things. They're all good things, like being mindful of how people are feeling is good, and having empathy, that's good. And a vaccine is great, right? And getting out and voting and being a part of change in our country is great. Those are all good things. I'm not saying any of them are bad, but I will say they're not the way. The way to find peace, the way to find hope or love, because mindfulness isn't foolproof, because we're people and we mess up. We don't always do it right. And a vaccine can help with an illness, but it doesn't solve illness. There'll always be sickness and death. And our government doesn't provide hope and peace and love. That's not what it's there for. But there is one way. There is the way to go, and that I have found is in the person of Jesus. And he even talks about that in John chapter 14. He claims that he is the way. He's sitting with some of his inner circle, his disciples, and they're kind of confused because he's telling them that he's leaving, but they'll be able to find him. And they're like, well, where are you going? And what do you mean? What do you mean I'm going to be able to find you? I don't even know where you're going to be. And so in John chapter 14, starting in verse 1, it says this. It says, "Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God and trust also in me. There is more than enough room in my Father's home. And if this were not so, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? When everything is ready, I will come and I'll get you, so that you will always be with me where I am. And you know the way to where I am going." "No, we don't." "No, Lord," Thomas said. "We have no idea where you're going. So how can we know the way?" And Jesus told him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me." The way. Jesus makes quite a claim here. He says he is the way. And that phrase becomes important to the early church because they become known as followers of the way. The way being trust and belief in Jesus. The way being following him so that you can find peace in chaos and hope in pain and real love. Through Jesus, he's the only way to that. It's really not about anything that any of us can do. It's not about how we are mindful or how we act or works that we do. It's not about any of that. There's only one way, and that's following Jesus. He is the way to have peace and hope and love. So I wanted to leave you with something to think about today. One is, what is your way? What is the one thing that maybe you are elevating to be the most important thing? Is it Jesus? Is he the way for you to find peace and hope? Or is it something else? That's something to think about. And if Jesus is the way, and you're confident in that, you know that, like I do, who are you telling about it? Because if Jesus is the way, that is the most important message we could share. And it is the most important message we could share. So who can you tell about the way to peace in a world that is not peaceful? I just want to leave you with some words of a song that I like. Some of you know I'm kind of a song person. On the online campus page, we do a song of the day most of the time. And there's one by Crowder called Ghost. And it says, get ready, there's an empty tomb. Get ready, there's a ghost in the room. Get ready, even mountains move. Get ready, all the stories are true. I love that because you know what? For years I've studied and I've searched and I've studied more. And the stories are true. Jesus is the way. He is the way to get back to a Father who loves you and all of humanity so dearly. Talk to you soon. Journey's pressing. Bye.